the team. And 3 offensive linemen are different. Marcus Cannon opted out this season, and the other 2 walked away in free agency. But Lamar Jackson is still worried about people knowing their play calls.
We're going against defenses. They calling out our plays, like they know what we're doing, so like runs, stuff like that. Watch out for this, watch out for that. Sometimes that's what's going on. Stuff won't go our way. They beat us to the punch.
Well, Teddy, as a defensive guy, what's your response to hearing that?
Obviously, is it easy to get into the head of Lamar Jackson? Is it that easy? Because this is so high school. Because that's what you do defensively, Sam. You got an overloaded set over to the left, watch the run to the left, watch the power, backside of 3-by-1, watch the screen. We say all these things over and over again. You know how many times I tried to call out a Peyton Manning play and I was wrong? But still you do
it anyway.
Just because you're defense. And Lamar, earlier in the year, he's talking about the Chiefs being the kryptonite, and now it's like guys are calling out our plays. What's going on in his head? Because listen to me, Lamar, listen to this. You're a special player, and the whole difference is this. They can't stop you. And even if we call run to the left, it's like, well, you can run to the left. You got your jet motion. You got Lamar outside. It's those things that they still can't stop. But he doesn't have that confidence because they're supposedly calling out his plays.
Speaking of calling out plays, maybe last year or 2 years ago, was in Carolina playing the Green Bay Packers. You heard Clay Matthews saying, hey, watch the flat, watch the flat. And speaking of Cam Newton looked at the defender and said, oh, you've been watching film? Watch this. And what did Cam Newton end up doing?
Touchdown.
The touchdown. So, looking at this game, and like I said, speaking of Cam Newton, he has shown that he's in his laboratory. What he's been cooking up. But I like the undrafted free agent second-year player, Jacoby Myers, and the chemistry and the numbers that they've been able to put up. Here last week against the New York Jets versus man coverage, they're going to see some man's coverage today. Your man, Wink Martindale. Between Marcus Peters and that secondary, they're going to be able to have plays like this. Curl route, being able to stem inside, outside, so the DB does not know where you're going. And I'm going to tell you what, last but not least, everybody saw this play go to target. Yes, Jacoby Myers, but Cam Newton, I just said, Wink Martindale and that defense, Rex Ryan is going to send everybody at that New England offense. But Cam Newton, last week's performance, being able to put the ball right in the wide receiver sternum, he's going to have that type of efficiency today going against that Ravens defense.
And you're right, Randy. Look, Cam Newton's not the problem at all. Like, Cam's your best player, unfortunately, for Cam, because nobody else is very good when I look at those weapons. And you're right, Wink Martindale's going to get after him and things. But before we get off of that point about Lamar Jackson, Teddy nailed it on the head. Lamar, you're the difference. Who cares? All right? But this thing right here, you think if Bill Belichick coach team didn't see that press conference, you're going to be like, oh, dude, we're going to get in his head. Yeah. Because they're going to be calling out everything right now just to put some doubt in Lamar's head. And if you're thinking about something like that, then you're already looking for an excuse. You can't be as dynamic as you should be. And so watch for that today, too.
Yeah, Rex, there are certain hot-button things you can say as a player that just crushes a coach. Like, to me, that's the worst thing you could say publicly, in terms of, how your offensive coordinator is going to feel about it. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, if I'm Greg Roman, I'm sitting there like, well, hold up. You're a young quarterback. I've kind of been, keeping it sort of simple because you're developing and growing and, your skill set my scheme doesn't need to outsmart them. Your skill set is good enough. But now I would be shocked if Greg Roman and the Ravens don't say, oh, okay, you want to get more complicated? You want more on your menu? You want more on your plate? Here you go.
Yeah, but you don't want to shoot yourselves in the foot just to win an argument.
It's actually okay, you think you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And this is the wrong team to do that.
You're ready for a steak dinner. Here it goes. We're good.
But the most demoralizing thing defensively is when I do call out that power play to the left and still can't stop it.
Yeah.
And that's who the Ravens are. It's like, we're going to run the football. Our quarterback is going to be a threat, and we still jam it down your throat. That's what they got to get to. That's the mentality.
That's exactly right, Teddy. That's been the best thing about Lamar's game and about Baltimore's game. You know it's coming. You have the perfect defense called. You're all ready for it, and he still finds a way to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's like, we can't beat this guy today.
Hey, well, let me make a quick point. Everybody's talking about the offense for the Baltimore Ravens. they acquired a guy like Dez Bryant. One thing that the New England Patriots that I've seen from the outside looking in that they've struggled with is multi-receiver sets. The Baltimore Ravens don't really use a lot of these multi-receiver sets, but with a guy like Dez Bryant, Hollywood, and Snead out there, that could be a key formation that can throw the New England Patriots defense off. Just put multi-wide receivers out there. They got tackling space.
Randy, they can't get much worse in the passing game. They're 31st. They obviously lead the league in rushing, but we'll see against a Patriots defense if they get this passing game going like you're talking about. We got a lot more coming for you on Countdown. There's a game down south in Carolina. Robbie Anderson, third in the NFL in receptions, fourth in receiving yards. Can Todd Bowles' defense shut him down today when the Bucs face Panthers? Adam, I know we've got more coming up. What do you have for us?
Yeah, all right, Sam. Coming up on Sunday NFL Countdown, before Josh Allen and Kyler Murray square off today, we'll tell you the inside story on how Josh Allen could have been a Cardinal in 2018. Plus, also on Sunday NFL Countdown, Russell